Welcome to Power BI for Pharma and Healthcare Analytics. Hello everyone, welcome back. In the previous video, we learned what Power BI is and explored the Power BI screen, right? Now in this video, we will build our first simple Power BI dashboard using Pharma data. Don't worry if you are new, I will go very slowly and explain everything. First, I just opened the Power BI desktop. Now, let us bring our pharma data into Power BI. If you look at the top of the screen on the Home tab, you will see a button called Get Data. So, this button is very important. Get Data is used to connect Power BI to your data. This data can come from any sources like Excel file, CSV file, database, cloud system, or many other sources. So, whenever you want to use any data in Power BI, the first thing you do is click Get Data. Now, I just click Get Data, and since our file is CSV file, I will choose text or CSV file. Before
This
I
is the
open,
difference between Excel and
let me quickly
CSV
explain
file.
the difference between Excel
A
and
Excel file
CSV
usually
file.
end with .xlsx
And they can have colors, formulas, multiple sheets, formattings, etc. But CSV file usually end with .csv. CSV means comma separated values. It is very simple file that contains only data, no colors, no formulas, and no formattings. Most database and systems export data in CSV format, so it is very common in real companies. The important thing is Excel consumes more memory while importing data, but while importing CSV file can be much faster and it also consume less memory. This is why we are using CSV in this course. Click on text slash CSV option. You can choose your CSV file and open. So Power BI shows a preview of the data. If everything looks correct, I will click load. Since it is a cleaned data, I'm loading the data directly. Now our data is inside Power BI. Let me show you where it is stored. So on the right side, you can see a panel called data. So data field. So this panel shows all the columns from our file like medicine, sales, quantity, manufacturer, and expiry. So whenever we want to build any chart, we drag things from this data field. Okay, now let us create our first chart. On the right side, you can see many small icons. This is called the visualization panel. So this panel shows all type of charts, bar chart and line chart, table, card, and many more. So I will click on the column chart. When I click it, Power BI puts a blank chart on this screen. Right now, I will tell Power BI what data to show in this blank chart. So I will go to the data panel and drag medicine into axis. So axis means what we want to show on the bottom of the chart, and y-axis I can drag sales into this y-axis. So it will show you the value, sales value. and value means the numbers we want to measure, right? Now Power BI draws bar showing sales for each medicine. And now I will drag manufacturer into legend. So legend means how to split the data by manufacturer or company. So now we can see which company is selling more of each medicine. This is very useful in pharma reporting. And let us add a table. Keep this chart aside and let's add a table chart. Sorry. So a table is useful when we want to see exact numbers, not just chart. Now I will drag medicine, quantity and sales. So now this table is ready. I want to add one more table to show the expiry date by medicine and manufacturer. Let me drag medicine, manufacturer and expiry. So when we select column with date details, you have to select the expiry date instead of selecting date hierarchy. So if you select date hierarchy, the date, month and year will be in a separate column. So make sure you have selected the whole expiry date. Now you can see the medicine list and its manufacturer and expiry details. Okay, now let's add card KPI card. So a card is used to show one important number. It might be the overall sales or overall quantity. Let me add a KPI card here and let's add the sales into value and manufacturer into access. So now we have the overall sales amount. Let's change this number into where you know millions or thousands. We can add it into thousands. Okay, now we can change the format of the amount. Since this is the sales amount, I want to show it in a thousands or we can show it in millions. Okay, now the overall sales amount by manufacturer is ready. Additionally, we can add another KPI card for quantity. Let's add another KPI to show the quantity. Okay, add the quantity in values and manufacturer in trend axis. So now it shows like the overall quantity sold by the manufacturer. And let us add a slicer. A slicer is like a filter. It allows user to click and change what they see. Now I will click on the slicer visual and drag manufacturer into the field. Now we can select one company. When I click ABC Pharma, all charts change, right? See Health Plus, MedLife, XYZ Pharma. So this is the real power of Power BI interactive dashboard. So now we have a chart table and total sales card and quantity card and filter. right? This is your first Pharma Power BI dashboard. So before we finish this video, let us quickly recall what we learned today. First, we learned how to use get data to bring our pharma data into Power BI. Then we understood the difference between Excel file and CSV files and why CSV files are commonly used in real companies. After that, we explored the fields panel and the visualization panel and learned how Power BI uses them to build charts and a column chart to see medicine sales, a table to see quantity, expiry, and a card to see total sales and quantity. And we have slicer to filter by manufacturer. So now you have your first interactive Power Pharma dashboard. In the next video, we will learn Power Query, which helps us clean and prepare messy pharma data before building a dashboard. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.